YouTube, what's going on, guys? So the Python Commandos Warbond has finally dropped, and we had to do some testing. Had to see what's viable, what's strong, and what's just not worth it. And you know what? We're gonna get this out of the way. The chainsaw. The chainsaw is just not good. I honestly don't know where they were going with this. This whole it starts at what's it 3 or then it revs up to medium. Like it should have just started at medium, and then when you're using it, sometimes it just doesn't like stick. Like if you use it, you understand what I'm saying. Well, like basically like a chainsaw. Like you put a chainsaw into a tree, and it will stick, and you'll start cutting through. Like sometimes you'll just like go through enemies, and like honestly, to be clear, melee has always just been bad on this game, and honestly, and a chainsaw to me, the chainsaw should have just came out with just straight, I don't know, anti-tank, easy to cut through. Like it's a stratagem. Remember now, this is a stratagem. This is not a primary weapon. This is not a secondary weapon. This is a stratagem. Takes up your stratagem slot. It should be strong, and it's just not good to use. And it just has like a weird hitbox where there's been plenty of times where I'm swinging at something and I'm not hitting it, and they're right in front of me, and then they're hitting me multiple times. They hit me once, I go to swing again, and I'm just not hitting them again. It's just, honestly, like I said, melee has just never been good to me. The time when melee was at its best is when you could use the flag and the spear, and you used to be able to hit the charger legs, and very few people were doing that. And once they nerfed that away, melee has just been terrible to use, honestly. And it's two-handed, so you can't use it with a shield. It just doesn't feel good to use, to be honest. And to be fair, I think once this week is over, I doubt you're gonna see anybody running this unless they just got it. Once this wears off, nobody's gonna be running this in their loadout. It's just a bad choice, honestly, and it's not even good to use. And in order to get it to be good, you have to jump through so many hoops. Like you have to jump through so many hoops just to get it to be good. When you could just bring a grenade launcher, you don't gotta jump through no hoops. You just aim and shoot. And it kind of reminds me of like when everybody was gassing up the one true flag, and everybody was like, "Oh, it doesn't need to have any special abilities added to it, any little quirks added to it." And after about like a week and a half, you don't see anybody running. Do you see anybody running the flag down? No, you don't see anybody running that. And I think that's exactly what's going to happen with this chainsaw. You're just going to see people just not running it because it takes up a slot. It's not good to use. In order for it to be good, you have to jump through so many hoops to even make it viable. So I don't really see too many people running this. But we're going to move on to my sleeper of this Warbond. This, I don't really see too many people talking about it. It's just this one you don't see too many people talking about. The Flame Guard Dog. I'm telling you, the Flame Guard Dog, it damn near might be the best thing this Warbond. Honestly, it is so reliable, so easy to just run around. You know what I was even doing the other day, like, and I was even using the sterilizer, and then getting everybody getting hit with the gas and just letting the flame dog just mow them down. It is so good. It's good against chaff. It's good against heavies. I've seen it just. All you got to do is dodge a charger. Once a charger charges at you, you dodge a charge one time, and the flame dog would just absolutely burn it down real quick too. It's honestly my. I didn't know we was getting this with this Warbond. I was actually surprised that we was getting it, and it's so good. Like especially when you're rocking like a shotgun, that like that has a good stagger to it. Man, you're gonna be getting some nice little kill streaks. And speaking of shotgun, even though this is not part of the Warbond, I'm gonna get into it though. It's not part of the Warbond, but the double freedom shotgun. Man, you ride the double freedom shotgun at this backpack, and you're gonna tear through some bugs, I promise you. And now we move on to the assault rifle, the ARGL 2112 assault rifle. To be honest, this one, like, it's cool, it's viable, like, you can use it. I don't know, I was just kind of expecting a little bit more. Like, I was, especially with the grenade launcher. I thought the grenade launcher was going to be like a, I don't know, maybe a stronger grenade. I don't know. And then they gave it such bad ergo, like, the ergonomics is just terrible. So it's just like, it feels weird as an assault rifle. It's like, it almost feels like you're using like a heavy weapon, but you're just only using a light assault rifle. Good damage. I mean, pretty sure it's the same damage as the Liberator 95. Good damage, but the drag on it, I mean, not the drag, the how do you say, like, like, just the ergonomics of it is just so bad to me. Like, when you're using it against a bunch of like, when you use it against the bugs, because the bugs, you know, like the jumpy bugs like to move out of your aim, you know, it's like, it's so weird trying to, like, even though you're using an assault rifle and feeling your assault rifle not being able to keep up with some of the enemies is definitely a weird feeling. And I don't know, I kind of was expecting the grenade launcher to be a little bit stronger, but I mean, it's viable. I mean, I guess it gives you the option to, like, free up your secondary slot instead of bringing the grenade launcher all the time on, like, the ultimatum. I guess you can, like, you know, you can kind of switch it up because you don't gotta really worry about bringing something to destroy bug holes. But even though, like, because you're gonna have to bring the supply pack at the same time because you don't really get a lot of ammo. Like, that's another thing. You don't really get a lot of ammo and you only get 4 shots of the grenade launcher. So I guess that's not bad because, you know, the grenade launcher pistol only gives you 6 shots. But I don't know. And it's kind of clunky to use too. So it's like, it's kind of clunky to use. It's not really fast to switch in between. I don't know. This was just meh. This was meh for me. It didn't really, like, excite me to keep playing with it, but it's not bad. I guess it has it even has below average ammo economy. Like, you only get 280 rounds compared to the Liberator. You get 405. So you can't just really be going around spraying like crazy with this. So yeah. All right. So now we're on to the darling of the Warbond, the maxi gun, aka minigun. The minigun, it had its appeal. Like, you know, people have been asking for the minigun for a long time. You know, and we all kind of thought we were going to get that Terminator style minigun. Not saying that the minigun's bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. It just has some quality of life changes that could be implemented that would take this to a real powerhouse. Because right now it's good, but it's like very circumstantial, and it's like you can get surrounded. And I'm not saying I want to be able to, like, run across the map while shooting it. Like that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying it has some quality of life changes that could go into it that could make a big difference. Like the delay before you can shoot, and before everybody goes, "Oh, that's realistic." I just watched a video where a guy showed a real minigun and compared it to the one of Helldivers 2. It's actually not realistic, the amount of delay we have. And there's also a delay when you stop shooting. I don't know if you guys have noticed, when you stop shooting, there's a delay before you can move, stem, dive, before you do anything. To me, that has to go. There shouldn't be no delay once I stop shooting. I should just be able to easily dive up out of there. I don't understand why that's there. And also, I'm not gonna lie, 2 things I would hope happens. But if it does, it's not like a big deal, but I hope it gets AP4 penetration and maybe a little bit more bullets. Because, and I heard that the devs said that they kind of dropped the HLMG too early. Because if you know the HLMG, it has AP penetration 4. And this has AP3. And I think it needs to be able to switch to 4. I definitely do think it needs to be switched to 4. Because it doesn't make any sense. How does the stationary gun, the stationary kind of like machine gun, It has AP4, but this is also stationary, and it doesn't have AP4. And also we have the HLMG, which is AP4, and then the minigun's AP3. So that kind of doesn't really make sense to me, to be honest. That one doesn't really make sense to me, because there should be no reason why a stratagem. Granted, the heavy machine gun's a stratagem too, but the heavy machine gun has less downsides to me than the minigun. One, I can move and shoot. So, two, it doesn't take a backpack slot. That's another thing. It doesn't take a backpack slot. So just that alone, I can use the minigun. I can use the heavy machine gun. And I can use a gas dog. I can use a fire dog. Like, there's plenty of things I can still use when I'm using the HLMG. But with the minigun, because it takes up the backpack slot, you're kind of locked into using it as that's it. So I definitely do think it needs to get AP4. Give us AP4 penetration. Get rid of that delay when we stop shooting. And honestly, man, give us 1,000 rounds, man. Come on. All right, give us 1,000 rounds. What was it? Is it really going to destroy the game if I get 250 more bullets? Like, come on, give me 1,000 rounds. Come on. I don't know why Helldivers is so just against just making strong weapons. To me, the stronger weapons are, the more people are going to come back to use them. That's kind of the replayability right there. Because when you compare it to other guns, that's another thing I don't like about Arrowhead, is they say one thing but then they contradict themselves. So when you compare this to other guns, it doesn't really make sense for it to be AP3 when you already have the LMG. So and then they came out and said, well, we dropped the LMG way too early. So does that mean they're gonna go back and nerf the LMG, the HLMG, so it can be more in line with the minigun? To me, that doesn't really make sense to do. To me, they need to follow their precedent. See, Arrowhead needs to stop acting like they have a precedent and then backtrack from it. The HMG emplacement is AP4. The HLMG is AP4. Why would you drop the minigun and make it AP3? I think that needs to be bumped up to AP4, in my opinion. And here's the thing, nobody needs to cry. I'm not saying this isn't bad. You can still use it in Super Hell Dive. You can still get clips where you just destroy 40 things in a row because you're just laying down on the tree. You have so many bullets. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that it could have some quality of life changes that could even put it to another tier above. Because especially when you're playing Super Hell Dive, you're getting blitzed with all these alpha commanders. It doesn't feel, when I'm using the LMG, HMG, the HLMG, the heavy machine gun, it's easier to kill them than with the minigun. See, the only difference, I feel like the minigun just has more ammo. Because I was like, wait, let me go back to the HMG, because that's one of my favorite strategies. I'm always running the HMG. So I have a good feel on how quickly you can kill things with the HMG. So when I'm using the minigun, I feel like I gotta shoot things a little bit more times. And is it really giving me that much of a benefit because I have the way extra ammo? I don't know. And it does, and also it has pretty high, I'm not gonna say pretty high recoil, like the recoil can get pretty bouncy, so it's you're not super accurate either. But now we go to my favorite part of the update. This has nothing to do with the Warbond. It just dropped the same time as the Warbond is in the store. The Double Freedom Shotgun. Man, this might be one of the best things Arrowhead has ever added since the War Pack. This is up. I love this thing. This thing is so fun to use and just run around and just one-shot alpha commanders in the head and one-shot bow spears in the head and nurses. All of them just get absolutely destroyed by this shotgun. 840 ballistic damage, AP3 penetrate. Anything that's close to you is basically get one-shotted. You get 2 shots. You can, and it also has volley mode. So like you dodge a charger, switch it to volley mode, shoot it in the back 1 time, boom, pop the butt. Pause. This is by far the best thing. Honestly, I damn near want to say if you can only afford one, the Warbond or the shotgun. I'm not even gonna lie. The shotgun might be the way to go. The shotgun might be the way to go. The Doom Shotty is worth it. This is probably one of my favorite things Helldivers is adding to the game since the War Pack. And matter of fact, speaking of the War Pack, I'm mad I never got to try this. I haven't used the War Pack in it yet. I might have to do that. Just running around, just popping things, 1 shot. Yeah, this is definitely probably one of my favorite weapons on the game, and definitely one of my favorite things to get added into the game in one of the updates. So like if you already love the pump shotgun, you're gonna love this shotgun. This is by far the best thing they've added in a long time. For a while I kept using the Punisher and the Halt shotgun, and I'm just like, man, I just want that shotgun that just one hits everything. And this is the shotgun for you. I promise you. This is the shotgun for me. I think I'm gonna make a video that where I'm gonna talk about where this Warbond falls in my Warbond all-time tier list. I definitely think it's probably later because I keep forgetting you can't add the shotgun in the Warbond because technically the shotgun has nothing to do with the Warbond. It just came in the Superstore, so technically it's not really the Warbond. But this is definitely a top, probably top 7. I don't know. I might have to think of that. Let me know if you want to see a video of me really putting which Warbonds you should get first. Because I know there's still a lot of new Xbox players, and I've been playing this game like damn near have like 1,000 hours on this game already. Actually, I do have 1,660 hours on this game already. So I have all the Warbonds allowed, basically everything in the game. I definitely can tell you what Warbonds right now you should be shooting for first. So yeah, let me know. But all in all, I think it was a good update. It's a fun little update. You can still play. Still some quality of life changes I hope happen to some of these weapons, mainly the minigun. But it's been a good time. Man, let me know down below, man. Have y'all been having fun? Oh yeah, before I leave, you definitely got to do this. If you got the minigun, get 3 of your buddies lined up with the minigun and just shoot like crazy. I did that in one of my clips. It was like the funniest moment. But yeah, man, like, comment, subscribe, man. Enjoy y'all day. Peace.
Say hello to democracy!